get the sound right. Let me see if we get that sound right. Welcome back to the N.y.a show. Let me just talk. Let me talk here on the welcome screen. Welcome back to the N.y.a show. Please be sure to check out my last couple of stories. It's there for you on the YouTube channel. Don't sleep on me. Be sure that you check out the last couple of shows. Hit the YouTube, the Instagram, the TikTok. Hit up all my Twitter. Hit up all my different platforms when it comes to the N.y.a show. Let me make sure that I'm talking with the blinker with the whole N.y.a show on. So, and I think on my last couple of shows, it was my birthday. October 9th of last week. So you already know, got a little weekend recap for y'all because, of course, on Saturday, I got up, me and the family, we went to a restaurant over in Kirkwood that that did breakfast and brunch. We did that in the morning time. That was a great time. That food. We thought the place, the black woman that owned it over there in Kirkwood, I thought that she had left the spot, like she had sold the spot, and maybe they turned it into something else. But they sold it to Atlanta Breakfast Club, if I'm not mistaken, Atlanta Breakfast Club, and they were there this whole time. They were still there this whole time. So I was happy to be back in the building. We had been there like one other time, so that was cool. That was over there in Kirkwood. That was Saturday morning. And then went to the church. They had like um an outreach that Saturday. They had they had the bounce house. They had the red was there musical chairs, different games and programs for everybody, food. So that was really cool. And they did a lesson for the kids because they didn't want to celebrate Halloween. So of course they said they'll do an alternate celebration. So that's what they were doing at the church. That's what they were doing there. So the family were up there, left that on what was that? This is all Saturday. So we left that. We all get home. We got home. I think I just chilled out in the afternoon of the day on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, trying to figure out what I was going to do that night. We got home already. It was pretty late in the afternoon. So then I turned around and I went to a little spot called Silk. And I went and I got something to eat. I love it. I love the fried fishes up in there. I love the fried fish. So I got some fish, okra, country shit. When he got that. And then I said, the night came in like this. A buddy of mine, shot him to do. He was out, and we ended up, we were going to cross paths, and we did end up crossing paths because I said, I got to go do something else. I didn't want to go to the bars really by myself too much. I didn't want to go to the club no more by myself, not turning 30. You know, I used to always go out with a group of people. So when I go out by myself now, I'd be like, what you doing? So then I wanted to flip that and I went to a strip club Saturday night. And that was a great time. I was just by myself, pulled up, did my thing, probably stayed in there like 40 minutes. So I wasn't there too long, and ended up coming out of there. But that was cool. That was cool. That was my day. You know, damn whatever. That was my birthday. That's what I did. Came home, changed the clothes real quick. You know, changed the fit, and then I went back out did that on Saturday. So that's a little weekend recap because I don't want to take up too much time here at the beginning of the show. But I did just want to share that because I turned 30 years old and damn right, I want to celebrate it. Goddamn, I was going to celebrate it. Now, I want to also make sure I remind you to go to YouTube and check out Spirit Arrested, which is an award-winning short film by W3 Filmed It, starring my beautiful wife, Peace_Peace on your social media sites. The E's are threes with an underscore in between Peace, as well as How a Mother is Balancing Life in the Pursuit of Dreams. An interview with action Breyonna Thomas by Ajay Tambe, available on Spotify. Get those 42 minutes tours, share, like, comment, all of those good things. Hey, I'm not trying to blow your spot up over there in Cobb County Sheriff, because I'm not in. The election is coming up. You know, I can't vote. I can't vote for you or against you. So I'm not in that county. So I wanted to be sure that I share this story that came out about a sheriff that called deputies to a Burger King over an order. So the overall summary of it, because I want to try and get the video to play, but y'all know how it comes when I'm really trying to do the show and we're trying to show a video and it's like, nah. So Cobb County Sheriff Craig Owens faced criticism because body camera footage showing multiple deputies responding to a Burger King over a wrong order dispute. It was shared by his opponent, David Cavender, as it raised concern over the uses of law enforcement resources. So David Cavender is running against Craig Owens for Cobb County Sheriff, and he said it took him a minute, but through public files, open files, he was able to get this video footage of the body cam footage of this interaction. But Owens told Channel 2 News that he was in plain clothes and did not identify himself as the sheriff. He describes calling the situation in a non-priority manner but admitted that it could have been handled differently. I didn't hear that they got a whole other 911 call, and that will be telling as well. It's reported that 3 deputies arrived at the scene with their sirens on. It was about the wrong order. It would make my wife sick. He said they put mayo on it that'll make her sick, and she tried. And then what happened. This video happened in 2023, but it came out now because election season, so everybody big getting ready to vote. So his opponent put the video out. He said, "My wife can't have a mayo. I told the guy that well, can we just get our money back? She can't eat this," and they denied it, and then they denied to get him they denied to give her a refund, and they slammed the sheriff said they slammed the door to the drive-through window on my face. "Why do you feel it was necessary to call a deputy out to the Burger King?" N.y.a asked Owens. "I thought the best thing to do was to call a deputy. In hindsight, I probably should have just drove off and took the bad service that day and came back another day." He said, thinking about it, and they say, thinking about it now, you wouldn't have done that, N.y.a asked Owens. "Thinking about it now, in hindsight, again, I apologize to any of the citizens of Cobb County that have been affected negatively by me doing this." And of course, he was talking to a member of Channel 2, Cobb County. He told Channel 2 Cobb County Bureau Chief Michelle N.y.a. That's who Owens was talking to, the current Cobb County Sheriff. That's who he was talking to, saying that at the end of the day, he probably should have just not done that. He probably should have just left with the bad order and not call police to the site. I thought it was the best thing for you to do. Okay, let me see. You shouldn't have used that position to make a citizen, whether they're on or off duty, feel unsafe, especially when they have to lock themselves in the business. That's what his opponent said. So the person who worked in the Burger King said they felt a certain way and felt threatened that they had to lock the doors. And then, of course, when the other deputies came, they gave them their names, which they did say on the video, but it was redacted, so it was blanked out. And then there was also this weird moment in the video. Man, I hope that video will play. That he was like, "Y'all ain't tell him who it was." Something like that. I'm just like, well, at the end of the day, he was in plain clothes, even though military gear is not really plain clothes. I see somebody walking around in military, any type of military gear, I'm going to automatically assume that's just a nigga ass himself. But I will assume that there's some type of military or law enforcement background of that person if I was to see them in, not profile, but just the most common times I've ever seen anybody in Army, any type of fatigue, things of that nature. But he said that, he was like, "Y'all ain't telling you." But he did say in the interview, "I ain't mention what it was," and all that. So let me know what y'all thoughts are on this. I think that if you can call deputies there, even though he says that they didn't know who he was, but if you can get deputies there with sirens onto a Burger King, of course, my thing is, if the Burger King, did they already know that it wasn't something dire or serious? Because why would you come to a Burger King with the sirens on over a wrong order? Did they know that part? Like, is a part being left out where it's like a dog whistle or anything to be like, "Yo, I'm big dog, y'all need to get here," and then to get there and have officers pull up for you over a wrong order. And he went and got the manager and like the store owners information, because as a citizen of a place, if they really piss you off, you might want the owner and the manager. Cool. But the simple fact is like, yeah, get them names. They want to get them names up. So it was just a little weird. And it just feel like if he was on the wrong side of the law, if this is seen as abuse of power, what if it was on the other side as well, where he in the streets was doing something like this? It's like, "Yo, pull up the such and such, so y'all gonna run in their spot, and y'all gonna do that for him." But like I said, he wasn't in uniform, so he was in plain clothes. Let's see if this video will play. Whatever part plays of it, I've talked about the story with y'all. I want to make sure that y'all share and comment on this story. But if I can get the video to play, this will be an added scoop from WSB TV. Let's see. Maybe just a little part of it. Gotta share. Okay, I'm already sharing my audio.
News exclusive video of a dispute over an order at Burger King as the Cobb County Sheriff defending his actions tonight. His opponent released the video last week, even though it happened back in 2023. Channel 2 Cobb County Bureau Chief Michelle N.y.a live now with both sides of this story. Michelle?
Yeah, so the sheriff told me in hindsight he could have handled the situation differently. All of it happened right outside of this Burger King. The sheriff sent us all 3 body camera videos that shows his deputies responding to this. And he told me the edited video his opponent posted doesn't show the full story. His opponent says this is abuse of power.
Hey, do me a favor. I need to get, all I need is the owner name or whoever owns this facility or the manager.
Cobb County Sheriff Craig Owens wants to set the record straight.
Ask for one unit to respond, and I'm code 4. Then that means everything is okay.
About what happened at this Burger King and why his deputies responded to help him a little more than 1 year ago.
I was in civilian clothes. I never at any point in this identified myself as a law enforcement official, nor did I ever identify myself as the sheriff of Cobb County.
Sheriff Owens says the problem began when his wife received an order with mayo. She's allergic to it.
We asked the manager to resolve the situation because the order came out completely wrong. And when he refused, I asked, well, can we get our money back? He also refused and slammed the door with the drive-through window.
Why did you feel it was necessary to call a deputy out for an issue at Burger King?
Well, I thought the best thing to do at that time was to call a deputy. Hindsight, I probably just drove off and took, the bad service and left and came back another day.
The assistant manager says he locked the doors because he felt threatened.
Did you do something to make them feel threatened?
Absolutely not. I wasn't outside yelling, hollering, or anything of that nature at all.
Sheriff Owens' opponent, David Cavender, posted the video to his campaign social media page last week.
That's an abuse of power. You should not use that position to make any citizen, whether on or off duty as a law enforcement officer, you should not make any citizen feel unsafe, especially to the point where they have to lock themselves inside their own business.
Yeah, Sheriff Owens told me he ended up giving that wrong order to a homeless man. Now, I asked his opponent why he decided to release this video just now. He told me he recently found out about this incident about 2 months ago, and it took a while to get the video through an open records request. Live from Cobb County, Michelle Newell, Channel 2 Action.
Okay, open records request was what was needed for them to get that video. Y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are. Do you think that the officer was wrong to call out the police officers and do that in that way? Like I said, there's a lot of remorseful, energy in the video when you watch it the second time. Of course, like I said, we didn't get to see the actual interaction between the employee and him at the window. That's not what's on video. What's on video is when the police got there. Of course, the body cam footage. So we don't know what the energy was like. So I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, but of course, more to be, disclosed here, and I'll see what happens after the elections too, because something like this isn't like a bubbling big story. Like for a lot of people, it's like, who cares? But if you're thinking about like integrity, character, and all these different things like that, I don't want anybody running no story, no footage about me, and I'm holding public office, and they put some type of video out this that can question my character and my judgment. It's N.y.a show. Let me know what y'all thoughts on this story, and I'll be right back with another show.